9 points a game against the league, 7.5 points a game against Chicago. Cavs are in their home whites with the blue numbers and letters, the orange and blue trim, and the Chicago Bulls are in the red uniforms with the black numbers and letters and the red, white, and black trim. And the Bulls have gone to new black shoes for the occasion. Mark Price, in street clothes on the bench, will not see duty tonight. Ron Garrettson will step in between Larry Nance and Bill Cartwright, and this ball game is about to get underway at the Coliseum with the folks still coming through the doors for game 1 of the best-of-5 first round. Ball goes up, slapped down the floor. Grant battles Elo, wins the battle. The Bulls go right to left with the ball. Top side to Jordan, back to Pippen on the wing from 20, drills it. Scottie Pippen gets the first 2 points of the ball game, and the Cavaliers bring it into the forecourt on the dribble of Harper. Harper on the left wing against Jordan. Stops, pivots, holds, turns, back out to Elo. Elo between the circles. Off of the left side to Nance. Nance against Grant. Bounce out to Elo for the 3. Off the rim, no good. The rebound knocked up in the air and grabbed by Cartwright. Cartwright to Jordan. Jordan over the timeline into the forecourt. Jordan to the top of the key off of the left side to Pippen. Pippen outside the three-point arc. Pass inside, knocked away by Sanders. Grabbed by Elo. Elo coming down the floor against Hodges. Spins on the dribble, drives, lays it up at the rim. No, ball swatted away and picked up by Hodges. Hodges for the Bulls back into the forecourt of the left side. Hodges flips it out front to Jordan. Jordan takes it back on the left wing with a minute gone in the first quarter. Jordan and Harper matched up one-on-one left side of the forecourt. Around to Grant, pick on the wing. The jumper good by Jordan. So Jordan gets his first 2, and the Cavaliers are down 4-0. 10:44 to play of the first period. Harper to the forecourt to the right wing. Bounce down into the right corner. Elo up with a jumper. In and out. Rebound. Brought down by Cartwright. He hands to Jordan. Jordan comes over the timeline into the forecourt of the left wing. Jordan inside the three-point arc, cuts to the lane, tried to force it. Threw the ball to Sanders. A 3-on-1. Give to Harper, to Sanders down the lane, up for the right-hander, off the back of the rim. No good at the rebound. Hodges fires it down the floor to Jordan. Jordan on the wing, gives it inside to Grant. The ball knocked away by Harper and out of bounds. 10:12 to play in the first quarter. Cavaliers down 4-0. On the baseline to the left of the basket, Scottie Pippen will inbound the ball. Gets it from Joe Crawford. Deals to Jordan. Jordan working on the far left against Harper. Dribbling with the right hand. Jordan comes around Cartwright to the free throw line. Over to Hodges. Right side, the 20-footer by Pippen. Good again. Scottie Pippen with 4, and the Bulls have a 6-0 lead with 9:53 to play in the first quarter. Harper into the forecourt of the right wing, dribbling with the right hand. Harper feeds the ball to Nance. Nance flips it under to Doherty, put it up and in, and he's fouled. Brad Doherty gets the first 2. We'll look for 3 at the line. Foul on Scottie Pippen. That's the first foul of the ball game, and Doherty goes to the free throw line. Cavaliers down 6-2. Brad, 74% from the free throw line for the season. Cavs 75% as a team, and Doherty with an in and outer, and the rebound belongs to Grant. Grant to Jordan. The Bulls by 4. 9:36 to play of the first quarter. Jordan into the forecourt. Bounce off of the right sideline to Hodges, and out front to Cartwright. Hands it back to Hodges. Shot blocked by Elo. Grabbed by Doherty, and as Doherty tried to fire it down the floor to Elo, he was fouled by Craig Hodges. Hodges with his first foul. That is the second on the Bulls as a team. Sanders in the backcourt, inbounds to Harper. Harper takes the dribble into the forecourt between the circles, gives to Nance. Nance fires under to Sanders. Easy 2. Sanders with his first 2, and the Cavs cut it down to 6-4. On the right wing, Jordan to the top of the key, left of the lane, out of the left side, Pippen for a 3. Got it. Scottie Pippen with 7, and the Cavaliers find themselves on the short end of a 9-4 score. Elo into the forecourt. Elo left side against Hodges. Fires it into Harper. Stolen by Jordan. Jordan heads the other way into the forecourt. Jordan to the line, to the lane, scoops it up as he goes. He was fouled. He did not get the basket to drop, but he was fouled by Sanders. Sanders first, the Cavs first, and Jordan goes to the free throw line. Michael with a basket for 2 as a free throw shooter, 85%. And he went to the line 793 times during the regular season. Up and good. Jordan nailing down his 3rd point, and it is now a 10-4 Bulls lead. Again at the free throw line, Jordan aims, puts it up on the rim, and it falls back in. Jordan with 4, and the Bulls take an 11-4 advantage. Into the forecourt. Elo to Harper, left side. Sanders back out to Elo, fumbles the ball, and Pippen beats it to it, drives down to the other end, and double dribble. Pippen, in his eagerness to get to the basketball and take it to the basket, double dribbled, and the Cavs get a break and the ball back. And with this, the Cavs are going to take a 20-second timeout to regroup with 8:32 to play in the first period. Lenny Wilkins presents the 4th annual Marymount Cavs RP Golf Classic on Monday, July 17th at Tanglewood Country Club to benefit retinitis pigmentosa, an inherited eye disease which causes blindness. Several levels of golf sponsorships are available. For information, call the Coliseum and join us for a day of great golf for a great cause. Cavs down 11-4 with 8:32 to play in the first quarter. Sanders will inbound. Deep in the backcourt. Hodges comes back down to apply some defensive pressure. Ball comes into Elo. Elo bringing the ball up to the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Shy of the stripe, then crosses into the forecourt of the left wing. Bounce to Sanders between the circles to the top of the key. Over to Harper down the right side. Nance. Nance underneath to Doherty. Doherty muscles it up. And Brad Doherty with 4. And the Cavs cut it down to 11-6. 8:08 to play of the period. Jordan takes the ball into the forecourt. Again, Harper on the left wing. Jordan dribbling with the left hand, and a whistle and a foul. This one is on Harper, reaching in. Harper with his first foul, and that's the second of the Cavaliers as a team. Pippen will inbound on the near side of the forecourt. 8 minutes to play of the period. The ball comes to Jordan. Jordan on the left wing. Dribbles to the top of the key. Swings around to the right side of the circle. Backs out on the right wing. Jordan still bounces the ball against Larry Nance. Throws a 20-footer and missed it. The rebound off the hand of Doherty. Corralled by Pippen. Pippen down the left side. Spins. Pressure from Sanders outside to Jordan. Jordan with a leaping grab of the ball. Takes it on the left wing. Moves down to the circle. Jordan into the middle against Nance. Off of the left side. Hodges for a 3. Nails it. Greg Hodges, that is one of his chief weapons, the 3-point field goal, and the Cavs are down 14-6. 7:20 to play of the period. Elo on the right wing, down the right side to Nance. Nance against Grant, shoots over him from 18, missed the shot, rebound Pippen. Pippen gives the ball to Jordan, and Jordan brings the ball into the forecourt. Jordan to the top of the key, gets a Cartwright screen and hits the jumper. Jordan now with 6, and the Cavaliers fall back by 10 at 16-6. 6:57 to play in the first quarter. Harper on the left side of the forecourt, stops, looks, bounces it into Doherty. Doherty against Cartwright, muscles in, turns, hooks it over his head off the back of the rim. The rebound, Grant. Down the floor, ball knocked away by Elo. Battles Jordan for it. Jordan wins the battle. Clears the ball to Grant. Grant comes into the forecourt of the left side. Hodges, another 3. No. Rebound out to Nance. Nance to Elo. They've got 3-on-1 against Jordan. And Hodges came down the floor, stole the ball. And the Cavaliers will take a time. 6:24 to play in the first period. The Bulls have jumped on top 16-6. And we'll take this time out on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. Cavs have hit only 3 of their first 9. The Bulls have hit 6 of their first 9. And the Bulls have out-rebounded the Cavaliers 8-2. Granted to Jordan as the Bulls, after the timeout, take the ball ahead to the timeline into the forecourt. Jordan work on the left wing against Harper. Lobs out front to Pippen. Pippen against Sanders. Back to Jordan. Drops it into Cartwright. Turns left side. Fadeaway off the rim. No good. To the rebound. Elo. Elo out to Harper. Fires down the right side to Nance. Back out to Harper. Fake the three. Goes to the line. Into the lane for the 8-footer. Good. Harper gets his first two, and the Cavs trail 16-8 with 5:53 to play of the period. Jordan into the forecourt of the left wing. Dribbling with the right hand. Jordan unloads on the wing and hits the jump shot. 8 points for Jordan. 18-8 Bulls. 5:40 to play of the period. Elo takes the ball to the forecourt of the left wing against Hodges. Elo dribbling with the right hand. Off of the sideline to Harper. Harper, sideline left, gets a Doherty pick into the circle for the jump shot. In and out. Rebound. Elo, and Cartwright went right over him and took the ball away. Out to Hodges. Hodges down on the left side to Jordan. Pulls up for the 16-footer and hits again. Michael Jordan with 10, and the Cavs are down 20-8. 5:12 to play of the period. Harper brings the ball to the forecourt of the left side to Sanders. Sanders outside the three-point arc. Pippen picks him up. Sanders lobs it into Nance. Nance turns in the lane, gets away from Grant, and puts the ball in. Nance with his first two, and he had to fight to get that job done. Bulls playing extremely well. 20-10 Bulls, 4:47 to play in the first quarter. Jordan on the left side of the forecourt. Jordan dribbling with the right hand. Jordan then goes to the circle, goes out on the right wing to Hodges. Top side, Jordan unloads, back of the rim, no good. To the rebound, Elo. Elo down the floor to Harper. Harper into the forecourt of the right wing. Harper stops, back out front to Elo. Elo between the circles. Elo directing traffic. Elo still out front with the ball. Feeds it off to the right side to Nance with 6 on the shot clock. Nance goes into the lane and draws the foul. And the foul is on Jordan. That's his first. And that's the third of the Bulls. Change for the Bulls. John Paxson checks in, averaging 7 a game, 5 a game against the Cavs. Sitting down Craig Hodges with 3 points. Nance bangs the free throw off the back of the rim. Nance, who during the regular season with a 79% free throw shooter, zipped for 1 on this brace. 20-10 Bulls lead, 4:14 to play. Nance blew them both. Rebound, Jordan. And this game is starting to take on some of the very disturbing effects of the Detroit ball game. Pippen, right wing, top side Jordan. Jordan left of the circle, drops it into Cartwright. Cartwright cut off by Doherty, turns, shoots over him, off the rim, no good. Rebound baseline. Jordan saves it outside to Pippen. Pippen between the circles to Paxson. Back to Pippen to the right wing. Pippen goes inside to Grant. Grant goes into the lane, double pump, puts it up, off the iron, no. Rebound Doherty, and out to Elo, and Jordan fouled him. Jordan with his second foul. A foul normally reserved for mere mortals. Tag on Jordan is going to bring Sam Vincent into the ball game. Jordan sits down with 10 points and 2 fouls and a parting shot for Billy Oakes. Vincent averaging 9.5 a game against the Lakes, 6.5 a game against the Cavs. 20-10 Bulls. Hot Rod Williams is checked into the Cavalier lineup for Nance. Williams feeds it down the left side to Doherty, out to Elo. Underneath to Sanders, goaltending on Cartwright. Sanders with 4. Elo with an excellent touch pass into the middle. 20-12 the Bulls with 3:29 to play in the first quarter. Sam Vincent takes the ball into the forecourt, off of the right wing to Paxson. Top side to Cartwright. Cartwright at the top of the key. One bounce. Doherty covers, bounces the ball into Grant, who couldn't get untracked and lost the ball out of bounds. Claiming that Hot Rod Williams was hanging on to his shirt. Into the forecourt, Harper. Harper down the right side, skids to his stop, out to Sanders from 16. Shot of the rim, no good. To the rebound, Vincent. Vincent quickly down the forecourt. Right sideline to Pippen, back under to Grant. He put it up, put it in, and 2 as Doherty was called for goaltending. Made no difference. Grant fought it in. Grant with his first 2. 22-12 Bulls, 2:47 to play of the period. Williams on the right wing. Lob to Harper in the lane. Turns to his left. Hooks it up. No good. The rebound. Pippen lost the ball, and a foul is called on Ron Harper. Oh, a timeout for Chicago. Harper tagged with his second foul, and we will take this timeout. 22-12 Chicago, 2:39 to play on the Cleveland Cavaliers radio basketball. Cavaliers insert Randolph Keys and Darnell Valentine into their lineup with the Bulls counter with veteran center Dave Corzine. Bulls by 10. Left sideline, Vincent with the basketball to Corzine at the top of the key. Hands behind him to Vincent on the right wing to Paxson. Paxson against Valentine. The bounce inside for Grant. Ball knocked away by Hot Rod, and it goes out of bounds before Valentine can get a handle on it. 2:21 to play in the first quarter. Bulls ball as Charles Davis comes into the lineup. Davis 6'7" out of Andy. He's knocked around the NBA several stops, but has done a good job for the Bulls. Into Vincent on the right wing. Vincent works around to Grant, pick to the top of the key. Back to Grant on the right wing. He throws the 20-footer off the rim, and the rebound Doherty. Out to Valentine. Valentine over the timeline into the forecourt of the right wing. Valentine dribbling with the right hand against Vincent. Right sideline to Elo. Back to Valentine out front to Keys. Keys against Davis. Off of the left side. Elo out of the left corner. Hits. Elo gets his first two, and it's 22-14. The Bulls by 8 with 1:50 to play in the first period. Vincent into the forecourt against Valentine on the right wing. Out front to Paxson at the top of the key. Cut off by Elo. Into Corzine, right of the lane. Corzine turns with a right hand hook off the limb of the rebound. Randolph Keys out to Hot Rod, down the floor to Valentine. Valentine behind him to Keys. Keys sideline right, bounce into Hot Rod. Hot Rod hits the deck. Corzine comes in and ties him up. Jump ball coming in the Cleveland circle with 1:27 to play in the first period. 22-14, the Bulls lead. Williams 6'11", and Corzine 6'11", jumping in the Cleveland circle. Ron Gerritsen steps in, puts the ball up between them. Hot Rod pokes it. The ball slapped by Keys, but picked up by Paxson. Paxson on the left wing against Valentine. Around to Davis, picked to the top of the key. Paxson's long jumper off the rim, no good. To the rebound, Randolph Keys. Out to Valentine. Valentine down to the top of the three-point arc. On the left side, Hot Rod from 12. Shot on the rim and over the backboard of the big bounce off the iron. That gives it back to Chicago. 1:07 to play in the quarter. The Bulls 22-14. Davis into Vincent, and Vincent brings the ball to the time stripe into the forecourt. Vincent on the right wing, dribbling first with right hand, then left. Vincent standing right on the three-point arc now. Comes around to Grant, picked to the top of the key to the line. Out to Paxson, left wing, 17-footer, no good. To the rebound, Hot Rod into the air with a lob pass to Valentine. Valentine to the top of the key. To the line, off to the right wing, out front to Elo. Fires it to Doherty in the lane, hooks it up, in and out, off the rim. Ball knocked away by Hot Rod and out of bounds. Bulls get it back. 36 seconds to play of the period. The Bulls lead by 8. Into the forecourt, Vincent goes left to the key. Backs outside against Elo. Vincent gets a play call from Doug Collins. Works between the circles. Vincent dribbling with the right hand. Vincent on the three-point arc, right wing to Paxson, bounce into Corzine. Corzine backing in on Doherty, turns, shoots over him and hits. Corzine with his first two, and it's 24-14 Chicago, 12 seconds in counting. Into the forecourt, Valentine down the left sideline. Valentine cut off on the sideline, cross court to Keys on the right wing for the three, off the rim. Ricochets out to Vincent, and the first quarter is over. The end of one period of play. The Chicago Bulls 24, the Cleveland Cavaliers 14 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. Well, before we do anything else, let's pause for station identification. This is the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network.
This is AM 850 WRMR, Cleveland.
The music of your life.
Brad Sellers checks in at forward for Chicago to start the second period. Cavs with the ball. Valentine top side to Doherty, back out of the right wing to Elo. Elo down the right sideline to Hot Rod. Hot Rod sideline right. Holding, flips it into Doherty. Doherty back out to Valentine. Jumper top of the key. Good. Darnell Valentine with his first two, and the Cavs trail 24-16. On the left wing, Vincent to the top of the key. He puts up his jumper. No good. And the rebound run down in the corner as Davis shoved Keys out of the way. They're going to call a foul on Keys. Not a good call. They called the foul on Randolph, his first, but it was Charles Davis who very obviously shoved Keys out of the way to try and get to the ball. Here comes Harper back into the ball game. 2 points, 2 fouls, and Craig Elo sits down with 2 points. Ball into Michael Jordan, who has returned to the Bulls lineup with 10 points and 2 fouls. Jordan right of the lane, got it into the middle, lost it, but picked up the loose ball, put it up, rattled the rim and in. 12 points for Jordan, and the Cavaliers trailed 26-16. Into the forecourt, Darnell Valentine. Jordan has replaced Paxson. Down the right sideline to Keys, cross court to Hot Rod, back out front to Valentine, to the line, to the lane, the 6-footer, good off the glass. Valentine with 4, and the Cavaliers cut it again to 8, 26-18. Jordan into the lane, scoops it outside to Vincent. Vincent left of the lane, up with a jump shot, no good. To the rebound, Hot Rod Williams, loose ball foul. Charge to the Chicago Bulls and Charles Davis. Davis with his first foul. Change at center for the Cavaliers. Trier Rollins checks in. Rollins replaces Doherty, who sits down with 4 points. Randolph Keys also takes a chair as Larry Nance returns to the ball game. Cavs down by 8 with the ball. Right wing Nance. Nance against Sellers. Out front to Valentine. Ball stolen by Jordan. Jordan drives to the other end. Wham with the right hand. 14 for Michael Jordan. And the Cavs trailed 28-18. 10:18 to play in the first half. On the right wing, Valentine. Dribbling with the right hand. Comes around Tree Rollins to the left wing. Up with a jump shot on the front of the rim. No. Tree Rollins rebound. Hooks it back up and in. Rollins with his first 2. Cavs trail 28-20. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Jordan works the ball over toward the left wing outside the 3-point line. Dribbling with the left hand. Jordan gets a play call from Doug Collins, then takes it top of the key. Off to Sellers. Sellers back out to Jordan from the top of the key. Fires and hits. Michael Jordan with 16, and the Cavs go down 30-20. 9:35 to play on the half. To the timeline, into the forecourt, Valentine dribbling with the left hand, gives to Nance. Nance at the top of the key. Over to Hot Rod. Hot Rod from the top of the circle. In and out. Rebound, Corzine. Corzine the bounce to Jordan. Jordan brings the ball to the forecourt. Jordan to the top of the circle. Double team. Backs away between the circles. 9:12 to play in the half. Jordan goes to the right wing. Jordan outside the 3-point arc. 5 on the shot clock. Jordan unloads and hits. He was right on the line when he unloaded. 18 for Jordan. 32-20 Chicago. 8:55 to play first half. Harper outside to Valentine. Valentine between the circles. Valentine top of the key, right side Harper. Harper right of the lane, and an offensive foul is called on Tree Rollins for a moving pick. Well, Rollins with his first foul, then Chicago gets the ball back. Cavaliers down by 12 with 8:45 to play in the first half. Jordan brings the ball into the forecourt against Harper. Jordan dribbling with the right hand. Corzine sets the pick. Jordan to the top of the key, then down the lane, scoops it up on the rim, and it falls off. And in the scramble for the rebound, a loose ball foul called on Dave Corzine. Well, Corzine has his first foul, and with this, the Cavaliers take time. Timeout with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first half. The Bulls lead by 12 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. Well, the Cavaliers have closed the rebounding gap to 15-12. They have improved their shooting up to 42%, and the Bulls have cooled a touch to 50. But those improvements are not reflected on the scoreboard, where the Bulls lead by 12. Harper into the forecourt, right sideline to Nance. Nance with the basketball. Top side to Tree Rollins against Corzine. Rollins off of the right wing to Harper. The pass inside deflected by Michael Jordan and out of bounds. It will be Cavs ball. Here comes Scottie Pippen back into the ball game. Pippen returns with 7 points and a foul. Sitting down is Charles Davis, scoreless with a foul. Williams into Tree with 5 on the shot clock. Back to Hot Rod, entered to Nance. Ball knocked away by Jordan, picked up by Sellers, and the Bulls get the ball back. Into the forecourt, Jordan to the top of the key on the left side. Pippen fakes a 3, back out to Jordan. Jordan right on the 3-point arc, goes right sideline to Hodges. He unloads the 3 and hits it. Now Greg Hodges, 2 baskets. They've both been 3s, and the Bulls now lead 35-20. On the left sideline, Valentine. Along the sideline, pass stolen by Jordan, and then Jordan, as he started down floor, stepped out of bounds with the ball. That was a big break for the Cavs, because had Jordan not stepped out of bounds, he would have gone sailing to the other end and rammed it. 35-20. Bulls, top side Rollins on the right side. Valentine drives to the baseline, under to Nance, who slams it home. Nance with 4, and the Cavs down 35-22. Jordan walks the dribble into the forecourt. Jordan on the left wing against Harper. To the top of the key, right side Hodges unloads, but a moving pick will be called on Sellers. Trying to free Hodges for the jump shot, and Sellers with his first foul. Cavs get the ball back. Here comes Grant back into the ball game. Horace returns with 2 points, and Sellers sits down scoreless. Cavaliers trailing 35-22. Cavs ball. Valentine right side to Nance. Nance with the ball, goes to the free throw line, bounces top of the key to Hot Rod, back of the wing to Valentine, into Rollins. Rollins in the lane, lobs out to Williams for the free throw line. His shot is no good, and Grant with a rebound. Down the floor to Jordan. Jordan stutter step with the dribble into the lane, flips it over to Corzine on the left side, down deep to Pippen. He brings it out of the left sideline. 6:40 to play in the half. Pippen drives inside, fires up a shot that's hammered out of bounds. Sanders returning. Sanders back in with 4 points and a foul. Hot Rod sits down scoreless. 6:37 to play in the half. And it will be the Bulls inbounding left baseline. Grant to Corzine, top side to Jordan. Jordan outside the 3-point arc, missed the 3, and the rebound Sanders. Sanders outside to Valentine, into the forecourt. Valentine drives all the way to the other end, got under the basket, threw it up, no good. To the rebound on the floor, grabbed by Sanders. He throws it up and in. Sanders with 6. 35-24. Right sideline, Hodges, 20-footer, didn't go. Rebound Rollins. Rollins threw it away, deflected ball. Valentine took it away from Hodges. Down the floor to Harper. Harper drives to the basket and scores. Harper with 4, and the Bulls take time with exactly 6 minutes to play in the first half. The Bulls 35, the Cavs 26 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. Exactly 6 minutes to play in the second period. The Bulls lead 35-26. Cavaliers having run off the last 6 points in a row and showing their first legitimate signs of life tonight. Cartwright returns to the Chicago lineup. He is scoreless. Crowd responding with some signs of life of their own here on opening night for the first round of the NBA playoffs. Bulls will have the ball. Pippen into Hodges, and he gives the ball to Jordan. Jordan takes it up to the timeline into the forecourt against Harper. 5:51 to play in the half. Top side to Pippen. Lob on the right side to Horace Grant. Grant lobs it into Cartwright. He spins, hooks, and scores. Well, Cartwright gets his first basket, and the Cavaliers trail 37-26. On the right wing, Valentine dribbling with the right hand on the 3-point arc. Stops, bounce into Nance, and there's Horace Grant hanging on to Nance. Oh, Horace Grant has his first foul. And on the Chicago Bulls, that is their third as a team. 5:28 to play in the half. Topside Rollins back on the right wing to Harper. Harper well outside the three-point line. Right sideline to Sanders. Sanders pulls up right of the lane, back out to Harper from 18 on the wing. Good. Ron Harper has 6. And the Cavaliers trail 37-28. 5:08 to play in the half. Right side pass stolen by Valentine. Keeps it alive. Picks it up under the basket. Brings it out of the right under to Harper. Harper in the lane to Sanders down the lane. Put it up. Didn't get it, but he was fouled. Foul is on Hodges. His second. Bulls' fourth. Valentine started the whole thing when he stole the ball. Slapped it down the floor. Caught up with it under the Cavs basket. Couldn't do anything with it. Got it into Harper. Harper dished it back out to Sanders, and Sanders came down the middle and was fouled driving to the basket. Sanders on the free throw line. 6 points of the ball game. Mike, during the regular year, a 72% shooter, and missed that one. And the Cavaliers have gone 0 for the night. They're now 0 for 3. 4:57 to play. First half. 37-28. Sanders finally hits the first free throw of the evening for the Cavs. Has 7 points. 37-29. Ball into Horace Grant against the pressure to Pippen. Now to Jordan. Jordan will bring the ball up to the timeline into the forecourt of the left wing. 4:48 to play in the half. Jordan dribbling with the right hand. Cuts down the middle. Goes to the basket. Laid it up. Didn't get it, but he was fouled driving to the basket by Harper. Harper now with 3 fouls. It's going to bring Brad Daugherty back into the ball game, and Craig Elo as well. Daugherty returns with 4 points. Rollins sits down with 2. Elo is back into the ball game with 2 points. Harper sits down with 6 points and 3 fouls. Jordan on the free throw line. He already has 18 points of the ball game and is 2 for 2 at the line. 37-29 with 4:43 to play in the half, and Jordan hits his 19th point of the ball game. Game 2 Sunday, 1 o'clock here in the Coliseum. There are still good seats available for that one. There is 20 points for Jordan as he hits the second free throw. 39-29, the Bulls by 10. Valentine to the forecourt, dribbling with the right hand out front to Sanders. Sanders on the three-point arc. Stops, goes to Nance, back to Sanders. Sanders on the right wing. Sanders unloads from 20 feet. No, he threw it, tried to go to Nance, changed his mind and threw the ball away. Hodges takes it from coast to coast and missed the layup. Rebound Sanders. Outside to Valentine. Valentine on the left wing. Stops to Sanders, top of the key. Sanders fires, hits. Sanders with 9. Cavs trail 39-31. 4:05 to play in the half. Into the forecourt, Jordan. Jordan between the circles. Jordan dribbling with the right hand. Stops. Bounce over to Hodges. Hodges pass into Grant, and Grant drop-kicked the ball out of bounds, but he was fouled by Sanders either before he did it or as he did it, and for Sanders, that is foul number 2. Bulls ball, 3:51 to play in the first half. Pippen will inbound near side of the forecourt. Pippen deals to Grant. Ball knocked away by Nance. He knocked it off Grant, and the Cavs get it back. Elo in the backcourt gets the ball from Joe Crawford, and it comes to Valentine. Valentine brings it into the forecourt of the left wing. Valentine outside the three-point arc. The ball left to the lane against Cartwright, out to Nance, to Elo, right side Sanders from 18. Good! Sanders with 11, and the Cavaliers close to within 6, 39-33. Jordan into the forecourt between the circles. Jordan to the right wing, right side to Hodges. Hodges sideline right against Valentine. Hodges deals it along the right side to Jordan. Jordan unloads and hits from the sideline. That's 22 for Jordan. 41-33, Chicago. On the right wing, Valentine. Valentine inside the three-point arc. Down in the right corner to Wheelo. Back out to Valentine to the line. Scoops to Sanders. Sanders left to the lane. Back out to Valentine. Valentine into the circle. Bounce right wing. Elo from 18. Good. Elo with 4, and the Cavs again close to within 6. Bulls bringing it up to the timeline into the forecourt. Jordan right side to Hodges. Into Grant. Grant right of the lane. Hands to Jordan. Lost the ball out of bounds. Cavs get it back. Elo into Valentine. Valentine into the forecourt of the left wing. Valentine on the left side of the forecourt. Dribbling with the right hand. Back out to Elo. Elo back to Valentine. Valentine drives down to the baseline. Tried to bounce it in under the basket. The ball was kicked. The new 24-second clock. 2:26 to play in the half. The Cavs trailing 41-35. They were down by 15. Sanders will inbound to the far side of the forecourt. Sanders holds the ball over his head. Lobs way across floor to Doherty. Doherty on the right wing. Outside the three-point arc. Gives to Elo. Elo on the right wing. Elo makes a move around to Doherty. Picked down the lane. Throws it up. No good. To the whistle and the loose ball. Foul of the Cavaliers. Brad Doherty. So Doherty picks up his first foul. And the Cavaliers' 4th team foul. Both teams with 4 team fouls. 2:09 to play in the first half. Jordan into the forecourt against Elo. Jordan on the right wing. Jordan deals it right sideline to Pippen. Pippen against Sanders. Pippen trying to get a screen. Couldn't find one from Cartwright. Pippen then hooks pass inside to Cartwright. Turns around and unloads. No good. Rebound knocked up in the air. Grabbed by Grant. Back out to Jordan. Jordan on the left wing with 1:45 to play in the half. And the Cavs trail by 6. Jordan sideline left against Elo. And a whistle and off the ball. What? Illegal defense, Cavaliers. It's Sanders dancing without a partner. That is a warning at this juncture. It comes with 1:38 to play in the half. Pippen will inbound with a new shot clock. Gives the ball to Cartwright over to Grant. Grant on the three-point arc against Nance. Right sideline Hodges. Pass under to Pippen. Turns, pops it up and in. Pippen with 9. Cavaliers trail 43-35. Valentine on the right wing. Comes around the Doherty pick top of the key. Valentine's jumper. Good! Darnell Valentine with 6. 43-37 Chicago. 1:15 to play in the half. Jordan on the left wing against Elo. Jordan moves on him into the lane. Deals it underneath. Grant flips it up and in. Horace Grant with 4. 45-37 Chicago. Valentine to the other end on the right wing. Valentine dribbling with the left hand inside. A minute to play in the first half. Over to Nance. Nance left to the circle. Nance runs into the lane. Whistle a blocking foul on Grant. Well, Grant picking up his second foul. That puts the Bulls over the limit as John Paxson comes into the ball game. Paxson in scoreless, and Jordan sits down with 22 points. 53 seconds to play in the half. 45-37 Chicago, and Larry Nance will be on the free throw line. Nance 0 for 2 at the stripe. 4 points in the first half. Charles Davis waiting to come on for the Bulls between free throws as Nance hits the free throw and has 5 points in the ball game. Davis returns scoreless with a foul, and Grant sits down with 4 points, 2 fouls. 45-38, 53 seconds to play in the half. Nance's second free throw follows the first one in. 6 points for Larry. 45-39. Against the pressure, Pippen into Hodges. Hodges against Valentine deep in the backcourt. Hodges and Valentine one-on-one, twisting and turning into the forecourt to the left wing. Hodges dribbling with the left hand. Flips the ball to Cartwright. Cartwright left to the lane against Doherty. Cartwright moves it in on Doherty. Drops the ball. Double dribble. That gives it back to the Cavs. Doherty laid some outstanding defense on Bill Cartwright, forcing the double dribble. Elo into Valentine. Now the Cavs with a chance to close to within 4. On the right wing, Valentine. Valentine dribbling with the right hand, and we've got Cartwright hanging on to Doherty, and that will draw free throws. Cartwright with his first foul. Brad Doherty goes to the free throw line. He is 0 for 1 there, has 4 points in the ball game. 25 seconds to play in the first half. They're going to bring Michael Jordan and Dave Corzine back into the ball game. Doherty line right, measures the first free throw and missed it off the front of the rim. Corzine with 2 points and a foul replaces Cartwright. Same story. Hodges sits down with 6 points and 2 fouls. Jordan is back in with 22 points and 2 fouls. Doherty now going to try and split this pair of free throws. Sights, shoots, got it. 5 points for Doherty, and the Cavaliers trail 45-40. Ball into Davis, back to Pippen. Gives the ball to Jordan. Jordan bringing it up against the pressure by Elo. Into the forecourt, 17 seconds. There's one less on the shot clock. Jordan down the left side, drives into the middle, back out to Paxson for the top of the key, and he hits. Paxson with his first 2, 47-40. Ball into Sanders, fumbled his dribble, gets it back to Valentine with 7 seconds. Left wing Nance. Nance pulls up from 20, in and out. Rebound Doherty, slaps it up in the air. Ball brought down by Jordan, and the first half is history. At the intermission, the Chicago Bulls 47, the Cleveland Cavaliers 40 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. 47-40 Chicago at halftime. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Labatt's Blue, Canada's #1 beer. It's Blue Heaven. And by your Firestone MasterCare Service Centers, 29 locations in Cleveland and Akron for car care. First quarter score, Detroit 27 and Boston 25. That's at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Game 1 of that first round best-of-5 series. Game 2 here Sunday at 1. And remember, there are still good tickets available for that game on Sunday. Game 3 will be played next Wednesday in Chicago. Game 4, if necessary, will be played in Chicago a week from tonight. And the 5th game, if necessary, a week from Sunday here in the Coliseum. Cavaliers are going to go with Elo and Harper at the guards, Nance and Sanders at the forwards, and Doherty at center. The Chicago Bulls will go back to their original starting 5. That'll put Jordan and Hodges at the guards. The forwards are Grant and Pippen, and Cartwright will be the center. Cavaliers trailing by 7, and they were down by 15. And the Cavs start with the basketball, moving from right to left on your radio dial into the second half. Harper to Sanders out of the three-point arc. Sanders over to Harper, left wing, open 15-footer, no good. On the rebound, Sanders knocks it back out to Harper. Back off on the left to Sanders, now to Harper. Cross court to Elo on the right wing. Elo outside the three-point line. Elo takes a couple of bounces topside to Harper. Off of the right side, Elo puts up a 22-footer, no good. Ball knocked back outside to Horace Grant, over to Jordan. Jordan brings the ball to the forecourt. Over on the left wing, Hodges. Hodges left side with a jump shot. Nope. Rebound. Nance battles Grant, and Nance wins the battle. Hands the ball to Elo, now to Harper. Harper into the forecourt of the left wing. Harper to the left sideline. Stops, holds the ball over his head. Top side to Elo, right wing to Nance. Nance unloads on the wing. Good. Larry Nance with 8. And the Cavaliers are back to within 5 at 47-42. Left sideline, Pippen. Pippen. Lob over on the right wing to Hodges. Down the right side, Jordan. Harper steals the ball and then goes out of bounds with it after the steal. 10:54 to play in the third quarter, and the Cavaliers trailing by 5. Chicago has the ball. Pippen will inbound in front of Sanders. Deals it into Jordan. Jordan sideline right against Elo. Jordan and Elo one-on-one. Jordan drives by him into the lane, flips it up at the rim, hangs and falls. 24 for Jordan. Well, the Cavaliers trailing 49-42. Elo on the left side to Sanders. Sanders on the left wing against Pippen. Sanders stops, looks, top side to Doherty. Off of the right wing to Elo, down into the right corner to Harper. Harper with 7 on the shot clock to Doherty. Doherty heads for the baseline, and he was hand-checked by Cartwright for the foul. No, Bill Cartwright tagged with his second foul. That's the first on the Bulls in the third quarter. It'll be Cavs ball. Sanders near side of the forecourt. Out front to Doherty. Doherty top of the key. Doherty lets the traffic go by. Flips it on the left wing to Elo. Elo in three-point country, drives down the left wing, puts up the jump shot across the rim, no good. To the rebound, Horace Grant. Grant to Jordan. Jordan fires it down the left side to Hodges, drives underneath, puts it up in, and foul. Hodges with 8. He'll look for 9 at the line. Foul is on Elo. That's Elo's first. Cavs first. Hodges at the free throw line, an 84% shooter. Bulls as a team this year shot 79% from the free throw line. 51-42 with 10:05 to play in the third quarter, and Hodges' free throw is right there. 9 for Hodges, and it is 52-42. And into the forecourt from the Cavs. Harper on the right wing to Elo. Elo into Nance. Nance right of the lane, turns on Grant, hooks it up. No, but he was fouled. And the foul is going to be on Hodges, who was double teaming. Hodges with his third foul, and that is the second on the Bulls as a team. Nance will go to the free throw line. Larry 2 for 4 at the line, has 8 points in the ball game. 52-42 and 43. Nance with 9. 9:52 to play in the third quarter. Nance ready again. Got a pair. 10 points for Larry. And the Cavs trail by 8, 52-44. Pippen in the backcourt against the pressure to Jordan. Jordan comes quickly over the timeline, behind the back dribble into the air on the left side, deflected pass goes to Hodges, back out to Pippen. Pippen fakes the three, drives down the lane, throws one up. It doesn't drop, but he was fouled driving to the basket by Ron Harper, and Harper has just been tagged with his 4th foul. Second on the Cavs as a team, and that'll bring Darnell Valentine into the ball game. Valentine with 6 points will return to the lineup, and Harper forced down with 6 points and 4 fouls. 9:42 to play in the third quarter. 52-44 in favor of the Bulls, and Scottie Pippen on the free throw line. Pippen has yet to go to the stripe tonight. He has 9 points and now 10 as he hits that first free throw. Pippen is a 67% free throw shooter for the year, but he hit nothing but net on the first one. Second one bounces around the rim and falls in. 11 for Scottie Pippen. And the Cavs trail by 10 at 54-44. Valentine into the forecourt. Gives to Nance. Nance top of the key against Grant. Nance one bounce into Doherty. Doherty in the lane. Turns to his right. Muscles the shot up at the rim, and it comes off to Horace Grant. Grant in the backcourt out to Jordan. Jordan brings the ball over the timeline into the forecourt. Jordan to the top of the key. Gives to Grant. Drives the middle, and he is fouled driving to the basket. Foul on Larry Nance. Now Nance with his first foul. The Cavaliers third as a team. 9:19 to play in the third quarter, and Horace Grant at the line for the first time. Chicago's biggest lead in this ball game has been 15. The Cavs have never led. Grant shoves the first free throw up, in, and out. 70% shooter in the regular season. 54-44 Chicago. Bulls scored the first 6 points of the ball game and have never been headed. Second toss, front of the rim, and it crawls across and goes in. So Grant with 5, 55-44 Chicago. Into the forecourt, Valentine. Valentine against Hodges on the three-point arc. Dribbles left of the circle, out to Sanders. Sanders fires inside Nance, hooks it up with the right hand off the back of the rim, but he was fouled on the shot. And the foul is on Bill Cartwright. That's Cartwright's third, and the Chicago Bulls third as a team. It'll put Larry Nance on the free throw line. Nance has hit 4 of 6 free throws, has 10 points in the ball game, and can try to get the Cavaliers back to within 9. 1 up, 1 in. 11 for Larry Nance. Sunday at 1, second game of the series. Second toss to the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Cartwright, hands behind him to Jordan. Jordan will take the ball to the timeline with 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Jordan on the left wing against Elo, dribbling with the right hand. Comes around to pick to the top of the key. Bounce on the right side. Hodges from 18. Missed it. Rebound off the hand of Elo outside to Valentine. Valentine coming down the floor, and the dribble spins against Jordan, left side to Elo. Elo back out to Doherty. Right wing Nance from 15. Good. Larry Nance with 13, and the Cavaliers cut it down to 55-47 with 8:32 to play third quarter. Jordan walks the dribble into the forecourt between the circles. Jordan gets a pick from Grant, goes to the right wing, back out front to Grant, off of the left side. Pippen for three, got it. Scottie Pippen with his second three-pointer of the night. He has 14 points in the game. And with this, the Cavs take time. Timeout, 8:12 to play third quarter. The Bulls by 11 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network, and this timeout for the Bat. Cavaliers trailing by 11 with the basketball. 8:12 to play in the third quarter. Valentine brings the ball into the forecourt against Hodges, off of the right side to Nance. Nance against Jordan, back outside to Valentine. Valentine on the right wing, backs outside the three-point arc, then puts up a long jumper off the rim to Cartwright. He hands the ball to Jordan. Jordan brings the ball into the forecourt. Jordan left to the circle against Elo, goes into the lane out of the left sideline. Hodges hits another three. Greg Hodges with a dozen, and the Cavaliers find themselves down 61-47. Valentine outside to Elo, top side to Doherty, left wing to Sanders. Sanders around the Doherty pick to the line, to the lane, flips it up at the rim, no good. To the rebound, tapped up in the air, grabbed by Cartwright as it comes down. He hands to Jordan. Cavaliers down by 14, and that is a big deficit when you're playing Michael Jordan, because he single-handedly can hold you off in a half-court game. Jordan from the top of the key, missed that shot, and the rebound, Doherty out to Valentine. Valentine into the forecourt of the left wing. Valentine on the left side. Out front to Nance. Nance at the top of the key. On the right side, Sanders against Pippen. Into Doherty. Ball knocked away. Grabbed by Pippen. Gives the ball to Jordan. Bulls out hustling the Cavs as well. And as Pippen got a pass coming into the forecourt, he saw Valentine out of the corner of his eye. Tried to avoid him and traveled with the ball. 61-47. Cavs trailing. Elo on the right side to Nance. Nance sideline right. Fakes the outside shot. Bounces the ball inside Sanders. The turnaround is good. Sanders with 13. And the Cavaliers trail 61-49. Jordan brings it up to the timeline against Elo into the forecourt. Right sideline to Hodges. Hodges dribbling with the left hand against Valentine. Whips the ball into Cartwright, and Doherty knocked it away. Doherty down the floor to Sanders. Sanders driving to the basket, and Hodges stole the ball. Back to Pippen. Pippen to Hodges. Hodges into the forecourt, left side. Pippen drives, went for the slam. Blocked by Nance. And in the scramble for the ball, the loose ball foul. Charge to Horace Grant. Grant with his third foul. And the fourth on the Bulls as a team. Cavaliers have the ball back, trailing by 12. 6:05 to play in the third quarter. On the right wing to Sanders. Sanders comes down the right side against Pippen, throws it up, no good. Rebound slapped off the glass, loose on the floor, grabbed by Grant. Horace Grant to Jordan, fires down the floor to Pippen on the right wing. Pippen goes in on Doherty, skids to a stop, and he is fouled by Doherty. Well, Brad Doherty picking up his second foul. Hot Rod Williams is going to return to the lineup. Cavs with their fourth team foul. Hodges replaced in the Chicago lineup by John Paxson, who has 2 points. And Hot Rod Williams, scoreless in the ball game, returns to replace Sanders, who sits down with 13. Left wing Paxson. Paxson top side to Pippen. Pippen against Nance with 5:40 to play in the third quarter. Pippen dribbling with the right hand outside to Grant. On the left wing to Paxson. The ball into Jordan. Jordan backs in, whips the ball to Grant. Grant puts up a shot and got it. Horace Grant with 7. And the Cavaliers are down 63-49 with 5:24 to play in the third quarter. Valentine on the right wing. Valentine right sideline, out front to Elo from the top of the key. Hits. Elo with 6. Cavs down 63-51, 5:10 to play of the third quarter. Jordan brings the ball to the timeline into the forecourt against Elo. Jordan then drives the middle, flips it off of the left side. Pippen for 3. Got another one. Pippen with 17 points, and the Cavaliers trail 66-51. Feet in and Nance, turns, hooks it up off the glass on the floor. Williams knocks it out to Elo. Elo on the right wing. Right sideline, hot rod from 12. No. Rebound. Loose ball, foul, Doherty. Brad Doherty picking up his third foul. And that puts the Cavs over the limit. It'll bring Randolph Keys back into the ball game, scoreless with a foul. Cavs are trailing 66-51 with 4:41 to play in the third quarter. Larry Nance sitting down with 13 points. Horace Grant goes to the free throw line. 1 for 2 at the line, has 7 points in the ball game. Ready, aims, and fires. Good. 8 points for Horace Grant. Cavs trailing by their largest margin of the ball game, 16 points. Grant ready again. Front of the rim. Ball bounces over the edge and in. 9 points for Grant. And the Cavs find themselves trailing 68-51. Top side, Elo. Elo on the three-point arc. Directing traffic, goes left wing to Valentine. Valentine down the left side against Grant. Bounce inside to Doherty. Muscles up a shot. Blocked from behind by Grant, out of bounds. Well, a lot of the fans unhappy with the officiating, but all I can say to that is welcome to the playoffs. That's the way it's done in the so-called second season. No blood, no broken bones, no foul. Elo, baseline left. Elo lobs it outside to Valentine. Valentine outside the three-point arc, top of the key, walked with the ball. He got to the top of the circle and changed his mind on what to do with the ball and walked because of it. Harper will return to the next opportunity. 68-51, the Bulls in command here at the Coliseum. 4:15 to play, third quarter. Jordan, sideline left. Jordan works his way to the top of the key. Lob on the left side. Grant wide open. Missed. Rebound. Cartwright brings it back outside. Now to Paxson on the right wing. Jordan has scored only 2 points in this third quarter. And the Bulls have taken the game away from the Cavs in spite of the 2-point effort. Jordan works his way to the circle. Feeds it over to Paxson. Topside Grant. Inside Jordan. Fumble the ball. Loose. Jordan dives. Hot Rod climbs in there with him. And a jump ball. Rollins returns for the Cavs with 2 points. Harper is back in with 6 points and 4 fouls. Valentine sits down with 6 points. And the Bulls are going to take time as Doherty gets a breather as well. So timeout for the Bulls. 3:42 to play in the third quarter. The Bulls leading 68-51 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. Well, the Cavs have reverted to their old tricks here in the third quarter. 4 of 14 for the field and out-rebounded 8-5. They've also turned the ball over 3 times. Jump ball, Williams and Jordan jumping in the Chicago circle. 3:42 to play in the third period. 68-51 Chicago. Ron Gerritsen puts the ball up. Hot Rod hammers it, but out to the timeline, and Pippen gets there first. Gives the ball to Jordan. Jordan over to the left wing. Time on the side of the Bulls now in this half-court game. Around a Corzine pick. Jordan's long jumper didn't go, and the rebound into the corner. Keys tried to save it and went out of bounds with the ball. Bulls with the basketball. 68-51 Chicago. The Cavaliers have never led. Pippen on the baseline to the left of the basket. Fires it outside to Paxson. Paxson between the circles. Dribbling with the right hand. Off to the right wing. Paxson top of the key. Left side to Corzine. Corzine on the left against Tree Rollins. Out front to Grant. Grant on the three-point arc. Lob on the right side. Paxson long jumper. Got it. John Paxson with 4. And the Cavaliers are down 70-51. Sam Vincent will give Jordan a breather for the final few moments of the third quarter. Harper feeds along the right sideline to Elo. Elo back outside to Harper, top side to Hot Rod. Hot Rod at the top of the key. Hot Rod unloads from out front. No good on the rebound. Ricochets out to Jordan. Jordan into the forecourt. Feeds pass inside. Knocked away by Keys and out of bounds. Here comes Vincent back into the ball game. He is scoreless. And Michael Jordan will sit down with 24 points. Only 2 of them here in the third quarter. Pippen and Hodges and Grant have carried the scoring load in the third quarter. Pippen in on the left side, gives to Vincent. Vincent working the wing against Elo. Vincent dribbling with the right hand, then the left. Corzine the pick. Vincent takes it to the circle. Back out front to Paxson, who fires. No. Vincent put it up. No. And Corzine tapped it in. Corzine with 4. And the Cavaliers now trail 72-51. And the natives are getting a little restless in Richfield. Elo, topside tree. The alley-oop high off the glass. I don't know where he was lobbing that one. There was a foul as the ball ricocheted off the glass on charge to Corzine. That is his second. Penalty situation now for both ball clubs, and Harper is at the line. Ron has 6 points on 3 field goals. Darnell Valentine will be returning. First one for Harper is up and in. That's 7 for Ron, and the Cavs trail 72-52. Elo sitting. And Harper hit them both. 8 points for Ron. Cavs trailing by 19. Vincent to the backcourt against Valentine. Vincent and Valentine into the forecourt of the right wing. Sam Vincent dribbling with the right hand, looking over his shoulder. 12 in the shot clock. Vincent then works it to the top of the key at the line. Back out to Corzine. Corzine right of the lane, cross court to Pippen. Flags down the high pass and unloads. Hits another 3. Pippen with 20 points, his 4th three-pointer of the night. On the right side, Keys fires no good. Rebound Grant outside to Vincent, 75-53. And the Bulls are doing a big-time number on the Cavaliers. Vincent on the right wing. Vincent against Valentine. Changing hands on the dribble. Whips the ball under to Pippen. Pippen put it up, didn't get it, but he was fouled on the trip, and the foul was on Harper. And that is Harper's 5th foul of the ball game. So bring Brad Sellers back into the ball game, scoreless with a foul, and that'll give Grant a chance to get a breather. Things working just fine for the beleaguered Doug Collins, coach of the Bulls. Media on the Bulls full bore all week in Chicago. Pippen hits the free throw. 21 points for Scottie Pippen. 76-53. Pippen hit them both. 22 for Pippen, and it's 77-53 in favor of the Chicago Bulls. Valentine into the forecourt, double team, bounce down the sideline to Hot Rod, back out to Valentine. Now to Harper. Harper outside the three-point arc. Right side to Hot Rod, cut off by Sellers. Lob back out to Harper. Harper unloads the 3, missed it. Rebound brought down by Pippen. Pippen gives to Paxson, to Vincent, and with less than a minute to go in the third quarter, into the forecourt comes Vincent. The Bulls are up by 24. On the wing, Vincent dribbling with the left hand. Vincent around Corzine. Back of the right side to Pippen. Pippen sideline right. Pippen on the wing. Feeds left side. Paxson. Ball knocked away by Harper and out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock. They're going to change that rule next year. If a team knocks the ball out of bounds with less than 5 seconds, they are not going to recycle the clock to 5. The offensive team will have to do it from whatever. There's the inside pass, intercepted by Harper. He goes to the other end and lays it in. Harper with 10, and the Cavaliers trail 77-55. In the backcourt, pressure to Vincent. Vincent with 32 seconds to play in the third period brings it up to the timeline against Harper through the center circle. Vincent dribbling with the right hand. Over to Pippen. Pippen on the right wing against Keys. On the right sideline to Paxson. Give to Sellers. Sellers backing in. 5 on the shot clock. Out to Paxson. Paxson whips it into Corzine. A fadeaway shot blocked by Rollins. Grabbed by Keys, and a 24-second violation will give the ball back to the Cavs with 10 seconds to play. Halftime, Detroit 48, Boston 38. That's at the half. 8 seconds to go, third quarter. Harper into the forecourt of the right sideline. Harper spins, comes down the side, puts up his jumper, and got it. Ron Harper with a dozen, and it is 77-57 with 1 second to play. The ball into Pippen. He hangs on to that ball, and the third quarter is over. At the end of 3, the Chicago Bulls 77, the Cleveland Cavaliers 57 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. 77-57 in favor of the Bulls at the end of 3. And let's pause for station identification. This is the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network.
This is AM 850 WRMR Cleveland.
The music of your life.
Cavs are down by 20 going to the final period. Michael Jordan is back into the ball game. He'll be at the guard combo with Vincent. Jordan bringing it up to the timeline into the forecourt against Valentine on the left wing. Jordan dribbling with the left hand, comes around the Corzine pick to the top of the key, back to Corzine on the left wing, back out front to Jordan. Jordan comes around Corzine, back out to Corzine, top of the key, fires no good, rebound Vincent, back up and in. Boy, that sums up this ball game in a nutshell. Everything that went right didn't. Everything that was supposed to go wrong did for the Cavs. And Vincent, the smallest guy in the county, got the shot as Hot Rod drives down the left baseline and was fouled by Corzine. Corzine with his third foul. 79-57 Chicago. Hot Rod on the free throw line. John has not scored a point in this ball game. Bulls have played an outstanding basketball game. Hot Rod hitting that first point. 79-58. Second toss follows the first one in. John with his first 2 points of the game, and it's 79-59. Ball into Vincent and back to Jordan. Jordan in the backcourt against Valentine, and the foul on Valentine reaching in. And Valentine with his first foul. All from Grant into Jordan. Jordan and Valentine again one-on-one into the forecourt. Jordan gives to Paxson. Paxson against Randolph Keys. Top side to Corzine on the left wing to Vincent. Along the left to Jordan. Jordan takes it back along the sideline. 5 on the shot clock. Jordan top side to Vincent, to the line, to the lane, under to Grant. Grant one dribble, reverse layup just in time to beat the buzzer. 11 points for Grant, and the Cavs trail 81-59. Top side Harper, right wing Valentine, right sideline Keys into Hot Rod, knocked away by Grant, picked up by Jordan. Jordan coming up with the backcourt over the timeline between the circles, top of the key, and an offensive foul called on Corzine. Corzine with his fourth foul very unhappily goes out to protest to Ron Garretson. It does not do a thing to change the decision. Here's Hodges back into the ball game for Chicago with 12 points, and Paxson sits down with 4. Craig Elo into the ball game with 6 points. Valentine between the circles, off to Harper. Harper right side into Tree. Back out front to Valentine on the left side. Hot Rod from 12. In and out. Rebound Rollins. Brought it down and he was fouled. Foul was on Hodges. That's 4 on Hodges. And 2 on the Bulls as a team here in the final period. Elo lobs it in to Tree Rollins. Back to Elo between the circles. 10:15 to play. Elo to the top of the key. Pushes Jordan out of the way. Missed the shot. It's off the rim a second time. And in the scramble for the rebound, a foul is called on Dave Corzine, who pulled down Harper by the hand. So Corzine has now picked up 5 fouls. And that for the Chicago Bulls is number 3 as a team. So Corzine sits down. Pippen is back into the ball game. That's bad news. He has 22. Sideline left, Elo. Off to Valentine. Long jumper, no. Came in, got his own rebound. Gets in under the basket. In a crowd. Maintains the dribble. Brings it outside. Then Valentine feeds cross court to Elo. And Pippen reaching from behind picked up the foul. Scottie Pippen with his second foul. And the Bulls now with 4 as a team. 81-59 Chicago. 9:55 to play in the ball game. Pass inside to Valentine, and he walked with the ball. They fired it under the basket. Valentine took his move and traveled. Pippen into Jordan. 9:50 to go in the ball game. Jordan coming up to the timeline, into the forecourt. 9:44 to go. Jordan to the line, to the lane, off of the left side. Hodges baseline left, feeds the ball inside, fumbled away by Jordan against pressure and out of bounds. This will bring Nance back into the ball game. Nance returns with 13. Valentine sits down with 6, and that'll move Elo back out to a guard. 9:32 to play, and the Cavs trail 81-59. Left wing, Williams, hands behind into Elo. Elo to the top of the key. Right side, Harper. Drops the ball into Nance. Back out to Harper. Sets for the 3. Back into Nance. 5 on the shot clock. Out to Elo. Fakes out Pippen. Throws the 3 off the rim. No good. On the rebound. Banged into the corner, out of bounds. They'll give it to the Cavaliers. 9. That's an appropriate time up there on the board. 9-1-1. Cavaliers need a little emergency help. 81-59 Bulls. Ball into Nance, left wing from 15, drills it. Larry Nance with 15 points. Cavs are down 81-61, and a lot of folks are headed for the parking lot. Hodges inside, Jordan jump hook didn't go. Rebound swatted around, back out to Nance, ahead to Harper. Harper driving down the floor, gets by Hodges with a right hand slam. 14 points for Harper, and the Bulls take time. Well, there's timeout now with 8:48 to play. The Bulls 81, the Cavs 63 on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. 19,312 the attendance here tonight, and most of them are very unhappy at the moment. The Chicago Bulls have come out and just taken this game completely away from the Cavs. Cavs have shown only very brief flurries in this one tonight. Jordan into the forecourt of the left wing against Elo. Jordan then goes to the line, runs over Elo, and the ball picked up by Harper. Harper takes it to the other end over to Nance. He drives with a 2-hand slam. 17 for Nance, and the Cavs cut it down to 16. Still 8:26 to play in the ball game. Cavaliers are in a position now where they have to continue this run or else. Grant on the baseline into Pippen. Pippen gives to Jordan. Jordan in the backcourt. Jordan has only 2 points in the second half. Into the forecourt, Jordan left sideline to Hodges. Hodges pass into Cartwright, and the foul on Rollins for grabbing onto Cartwright. So Tree Rollins has his second foul. And it's the second team foul on the Cavs. Pippen will inbound on the far side of the forecourt. Pippen looks and deals to Cartwright, top side to Grant. Grant with pressure from Hot Rod Williams, off of the left sideline to Hodges. Hodges on the wing. Ball knocked away, and in doing so, Harper fouls out of the game. So Harper departs with 8:07 to go in the ball game and with 14 points. And that is going to give the ball to the Bulls, and Harper is through for the evening. It'll bring Darnell Valentine, Brad Doherty, both back into the ball game. Valentine in with 6 points. Doherty back in with 5. On the far side, Pippen looking to inbound, and he called a 20-second timeout because the 5-second count had just about expired. 8:07 to play in the ball game. The Bulls taking this 20-second timeout gives us a chance to remind you that you can take the RTA to the NBA. Ride the RTA Cavs Hoop Loop from downtown Cleveland, Tower City Center from the east side, the Green Road Rapid Station, the Lee Harvard Shopping Center, Richmond Mall, the Randall Park Mall. From the west side, Great Northern, Brook Park Rapid, or Parmatown Mall. The round trip fare is $5, one-way fare $3. For all playoff home games, anyone presenting an RTA weekly or monthly pass may ride the Hoop Loop for only $1 each way. For more information, call 659-2244. Bulls ball. Cartwright gives the ball back to Pippen. Pippen around the Cartwright pick to the top of the key into the lane, forces the shot, back of the rim, no. Rebound Doherty. Outside to Valentine. Valentine down to the circle. Valentine back out between the circles. Valentine top of the three-point arc. Give to Doherty. Doherty right side of the circle. Cross-court pass for Hot Rod. Poked out of bounds by Pippen. 13 on the shot clock. 7:45 to play in the ball game. Hot Rod on the near side of the forecourt. Looks and deals to Doherty. Doherty back out to Hot Rod. Top side to Elo. Elo at the top of the key. Moves in on Jordan, and Jordan called for the blocking foul. Michael Jordan with his third foul on the Chicago Bulls. That is their 5th. So Elo will shoot 2. 7:40 to go in the ball game. And some of the folks who were headed for the parking lot have put on the brakes on the concourse and are standing now to see what happens. You walk out of an NBA game with 9-10 minutes to go, and I don't much care what the score. If it's within 30, you've left too early. 81-66 as Elo hits that first free throw for his 7th point. Elo ready again. Good. 8 points for Craig, and the Cavs trail 81-67. Cartwright against the pressure into Jordan. Jordan in the backcourt. Moves it ahead with a dribble against Hot Rod and Elo into the forecourt. Jordan between the circles. 7.5 minutes to play. The Cavs trail by 14. Jordan dribbling with the left hand. Cuts back to the middle. Jordan skids to a stop. Threw it away. Ball loose on the floor. Grabbed by Grant. Threw it up. Nope. Rebound Jordan. Nope. Rebound Doherty. Doherty to Elo. Elo down to the circle. Right side. Valentine. Valentine lob inside to Nance. Nance right of the lane. Back to Valentine. Valentine back out to Elo. Elo at the top of the three-point arc to Valentine. Valentine on the wing from 16. Shot didn't go. Rebound Grant. Grant to the backcourt. 6:56 to play. Gives the ball to Jordan. Jordan brings it into the forecourt. Jordan goes over to the left wing against Elo. Jordan spins away from Elo. Goes into the middle. Down on Hot Rod. Put it up in the rim. No. Tip up and in by Grant. Horace Grant with 13. And the Cavs take time. So there's timeout with 6:38 to play. 83-67 Chicago on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network. Nance inside the three-point arc. Nance holding the ball over his head. Looks inside, nobody there. And they got Pippen bear-hugging Hot Rod for the foul. Well, Scottie Pippen picking up his third foul. Both teams are over the limit. Hot Rod will shoot the free throws. John 2 for 2 at the line. 83-67 Chicago with 6:25 to go. Hot Rod line to the left. Ready, aims, fires the first free throw and got it. Cavaliers are down 83-68. Hot Rod again. Good. 83-69. 4 points for Hot Rod. Pippen in the backcourt to Jordan. Lobs it back to Pippen. Pippen over the timeline into the forecourt down the right side. Gives to Cartwright in the corner. Back out to Jordan. Jordan between the circles. Jordan hanging on to the basketball. The Bulls using the clock as judiciously as possible. To the right wing, Jordan working against Elo. He spins. Elo knocked the ball away, and in doing so picks up the foul. So Elo with his second foul. Both teams are over the limit. Now just the 4th on the Cavs. So the Bulls will inbound. 6:05 to play. 83-69 Chicago. Pippen to Grant. Back to Pippen on the right side. Pippen and Nance one-on-one. Top side to Grant. In the middle to Cartwright. He turns. Fadeaway shot. Nope. Rebound on the floor, and Grant beats everybody to it. And then trying to unload the ball. Lost it out of bounds, and the Cavs get it back. Elo looked long and decided to give to Valentine instead. Valentine into the forecourt. Valentine on the three-point arc. Stops, gives to Elo. Elo on the wing into Hot Rod. Hot Rod in the lane. Turns, double pump, can't shoot. Elo will from 3. Good! Elo with 11. And the Cavaliers close it down to 83-72. 5.5 minutes to go. Jordan on the left side against Valentine. And this crowd is starting to come back into the ball game. Right side, Pippen. Pippen to the line. Outside, Hodges from 20. No. Rebound off the glass. Grabbed by Hot Rod. Hot Rod to Valentine into the forecourt to Doherty. Goes to the basket and scores! and he's fouled. Doherty now with 7 will look for 8 at the line. Hodges, in the track of his drive to the basket, has been assessed his 5th foul. Everybody who's still here is on their feet. 5:10 to go, and it's 83-74. Brad Doherty on the free throw line looking for his 8th point. Doherty ready. Ames. No good. Rebound. Cartwright gives the ball to Jordan. Cavs have come back to within 9. 5:05 to go. Right wing Pippen. Pippen topside to Hodges. Hodges between the circles against Valentine, and off the ball they whistle and a foul on Elo. Greg Elo with his 3rd foul. Penalty situation will put Michael Jordan on the free throw line. The amazing thing about it, Jordan has scored only 2 points in the second half. At the free throw line tonight, 4 out of 4. Puts the first one up and in. That's his 25th point of the ball game, and the Cavaliers are down 84-74. Ready again. Jordan, Ames, fires, got them both. Michael Jordan with 26, and the Cavs trail 85-74. Elo on the right wing against Jordan. Elo dribbling with the left hand. 4:50 to go. Elo between the circles. Now to Nance. Nance top of the key. Right wing to Hot Rod. Hot Rod fires into Doherty. Doherty goes and scores, but the foul came ahead of the basket. And the foul was on Cartwright, and for Cartwright, foul number 4. That will put the Cavs on the free throw line. Craig Elo to shoot him. Elo has 11 points of the ball game and is 2 for 2 at the line. Cavaliers trailing by 11. 4:42 left at the Coliseum, and Elo's first free throw is good. 12 points for Elo, and it's 85-75. Elo ready again. Sights it. Shoots it. Missed it. Rebound. Big bounce in the lane. Knocked outside to Jordan. Jordan coming over the timeline has Valentine to beat under to Hodges. Put it up on the rim. It falls in, and he's fouled. Foul was on Elo. Elo with his 4th foul. Hodges with the basket has 14 and looking for 15 at the free throw line. 87-75. 4:36 to play in the ball game. Greg Hodges out of Long Beach State. Had some good days with the Bucks. Went to Phoenix and is now in Chicago livery. And at the free throw line, hitting his 15th point of the ball game. They just reactivated him in time for the playoffs. 88-75. Bulls by 13. Elo between the circles. Elo against Jordan. Elo to the right wing. Stops. Flips it into Nance. Nance knocked to the floor as he tried to go to the basket. Hodges and Grant were on him. The foul's going to be on Hodges. Hodges fouls out of the game. So Hodges is gone with 4:22 to play. That's going to bring Paxson back into the ball game. Paxson with 4 points returning. Larry Nance will be on the free throw line. Nance has 17 points in the ball game. Nance has tossed in 5 out of 8 free throws thus far. Up. You could see that rock wasn't going to drop the moment it left his hands. He put it up there like a hand grenade. Second toss makes it. 18 points for Larry Nance. And it's 88-76 the Bulls, and the Cavs are running out of time at the Coliseum. Pippen into Grant and back to Pippen, not to Jordan. Jordan will take the ball into the forecourt on the left wing. Jordan outside the three-point arc, dribbling with the right hand, cuts to the middle, puts it up with the right hand and scores. Michael Jordan with 28, 90-76, and the Bulls tick it down to 4 minutes. Left wing Elo. Elo off of the left side to Hot Rod. Hot Rod against Pippen, runs into the lane, throws it up. No, but a foul is called, and the foul is on Michael Jordan. Jordan with his 4th foul. It'll put Hot Rod on the line with 3:54 to play. John is 4 for 4 at the free throw line. 90-76 in favor of the Bulls. Up, good. 5 points for John, and the Cavs trail 90-77. Game 2 Sunday at 1 o'clock. Hot Rod missed it. Rebound ricochets right back to him with the free throw line. Right side to Doherty. Doherty holding the ball over his head, goes left wing to Elo. Elo unloads the 3 and missed it. Rebound ricochets out to Pippen. And with 3:43 to go, the Bulls have the ball back in a 13-point lead. Down the right side, Pippen pulls up for an 18-footer off the glass to Grant, knocked away by Valentine and out of bounds. It hit Grant on the leg as Valentine swatted it away, so the Cavs get it back. Valentine into Elo. 3:32 to play. Elo into the forecourt of the left wing, left side to Nance. Nance inside the three-point arc into Hot Rod. He turns, shot block, grabbed by Pippen. Pippen outside to Paxson. Paxson to Jordan. Jordan brings the ball to the timeline into the forecourt. Jordan on the left wing against Elo, dribbling with the right hand. Comes around a Grant pick to the top of the key. Jordan then comes down into the lane. Little 4-footer didn't go. Rebound Nance. Nance turns around, clears it out to Valentine. Valentine into the forecourt. Valentine left to the lane, skids to a stop, bounce under to Elo, fakes, puts it up and in. Greg Elo with 14, and the Cavaliers trail 90-79 with 2:46 to go. Jordan into the forecourt, left sideline to Pippen. Pippen against Nance on the left wing. Top side to Paxson, long jumper, got it. Paxson with 6, and the Cavs are down 92-79, 2.5 minutes to play. Elo down the left side around to Doherty, pick into the corner. Back out to Valentine, back to Elo on the sideline. Bounce into Doherty, turns with a jump hook, in and out. Rebound on the floor, grabbed by Jordan. Jordan in the backcourt, ahead on the dribble with 2:15 to go, and the Bulls are about to nail down a big, big win on the road. On the left wing, Jordan moves over the three-point arc, left of the circle, now to the top of the key. Down to 2 minutes to play. Jordan against Nance, left side. Pippen skids to a stop against Grant, and a 24-second violation. Bulls never did get a shot off. Here comes Keys back into the ball game, scoreless with a foul, and Larry Nance will sit down with 18 points. 1:55 to play. Valentine into the forecourt, top of the three-point arc. Valentine dribbling with the left hand, off to Keys. Keys right side of the circle against Pippen. Drops it into Hot Rod. Hot Rod right of the lane out to Keys. 20-footer from the right side. Air ball. Knocked out of bounds. Bulls ball. 1:37 to play. 92-79 in favor of Chicago. Into Paxson, gives to Jordan. Jordan walks the dribble up to the timeline with a minute and a half to go. Jordan crosses to the left wing in the forecourt against Elo. Jordan dribbling with the right hand. Jordan between the circles. Time of the side of the Bulls as they're nailing down a big playoff win on the road. Into Cartwright, the turnaround shot, an air ball on the floor. Grabbed by Keys, fires down floor. Elo took it away from Jordan. Elo underneath to Doherty. Doherty in the lane, turns and hammers it home. Brad Doherty with 9, and it is 92-81 Chicago, but the clock is ticked down to 1 minute and 5. Jordan will bring it up with the backcourt. Cavaliers, unless they have a miracle in their hip pocket, just won't get enough possessions to have a chance at winning the ball game. Inside a minute to play. Jordan against Elo. Jordan goes to the line, 15-footer, and there's the old final nail in the coffin. 30 points for Michael Jordan. 94-81. Down the right side, Elo drives all the way to the basket, puts it on the rim in, and a foul by Jordan. So Jordan with 5. The basket for Elo gives him 16. 10 of them here in the final period. He'll look for 17 of the line. 94-83 Chicago with 40 seconds left. Elo is make it 3 out of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Elo ready, aims and fires. Good. 17 for Elo, and it is 94-84 Chicago with 38 seconds left. Into the forecourt, Jordan working down the left sideline, double team by Hot Rod and Elo, threw the ball away, grabbed by Valentine, drives to the other end, reverse layup is good. Valentine with 8, and it's 94-86, but only 29 seconds to go. as Pippen got ready to inbound the ball. Elo came over and jumped right out of bounds virtually into his lap. So they'll try it again. Pippen inside to Jordan. Jordan with 28 seconds to go. Checked in the backcourt. Lobs it to the forecourt. Grant on the right side. Back out to Cartwright. Cartwright holding the ball. 18 seconds. Hands to Paxson. Paxson dribbles out to the timeline. Lobs it over to Jordan. Jordan stumbles, and the foul is on Valentine. Well, Valentine picking up the foul. All academic now. The Bulls have won the first game of this best-of-5 playoff series, and they've done it in Cleveland. Jordan will go to the free throw line. Michael has 30 points in the ball game. 6 for 6 at the line. First one on the iron, bounces in. 31 for Michael Jordan. Sunday at 1, game 2. Cavaliers, however, have succeeded in losing the home court advantage for this first round. Jordan missed the second one. The rebound, Doherty. Turns around, clears it out to Hot Rod, ahead of the left side to Keys. Keys whips the ball into Elo. Elo back outside, wants to do a three. Ends up putting it up right on the three-point line. It counts for 2. He has 19 points. Ball inside to Cartwright, and the game is over. The final score, the Chicago Bulls 95, the Cleveland Cavaliers 88. And we'll be back to wrap it up after this 2-minute timeout on the Cleveland Cavaliers Radio Basketball Network.